When it comes to the biblical accounts, especially the Gospels, when you hear the narratives of the Gospels, most people see themselves as various characters within the narrative. And when you're encountering Jesus prior to being a Christian, you can be a number of the characters. You can be Mary Magdalene, you could be the Samaritan woman at the well, you can be any of the 12 apostles. The way you interact and come to Jesus, you could be any of those characters and kind of what those characters are going through. The reality is once you become a Christian, you really should take on the role that Jesus took on in the Gospels. And that becomes extremely important during Holy Week. Because during Holy Week, it's not that you're in the crowds waving the palms on Palm Sunday. No, you're on the donkey riding into the city. It isn't that when you're at the Garden of Gethsemane that you're one of the apostles kind of observing Jesus going through pain and suffering. No, you are Jesus, the one going through the dark night of the soul there in that experience. On Good Friday, you're not standing at the foot of the cross. You're up there on the cross with Jesus. And on Easter Sunday, you're not running to the cave and to the burial place. You're not running with Mary Magdalene and them to the grave. No, you're coming out of the grave with Jesus. You're part of the resurrection. So I think it's really important during Holy Week especially, but then all through the year, as we look at biblical stories, especially the four Gospels, we see ourselves placed in the character of Jesus, what he went through, what he did. We are to do the same. So instead of like the woman at the well asking Jesus to fill my cup, which is a wonderful gospel song of fill my cup, Lord, fill it up. The reality is we should be out there filling other people's cups. We should be part of the dynamic of enabling and empowering someone like the woman of the well to overcome, empower her as an individual, as a woman who was from an ethnic background that was considered below the Jewish tradition, and being a woman, her gender being below, and in her lifestyle, all of those things that we tend to say, oh, well, that's us. Well, no, it's our role to be like Jesus and to overcome those things, to then give the water to the person as well. So during Holy Week this week, let's make sure that we're putting ourselves in the place of Jesus instead of trying to be one of the ones around Jesus, because that's our role as Christians. If you enjoyed today's message, I hope that you'll consider financially supporting the efforts that we're trying to do online. As you can imagine, like lots of churches, we've shifted from being in person to online, and yet expenses continue. And so if any way that you can help with us generously, very much appreciate you contributing to our efforts.